So guys, just want to throw these on here before I delete them from the phone. This is going to be the mains from the workout on October 14th. I'm just getting around to posting them now, but just for those of you that want to see the in-between stuff and the setups and things like that. And again, this is me still working on that right side hip shift. I've been squatting a lot and noticed that I do tend to shift towards my right side, and I've noticed that really kicks in at about 3 or 3.5 plates is when that shift really starts becoming more pronounced. I've also noticed when front squatting that it'll be, or even front loaded, as like Zerchers or anything like that, it'll definitely be more right side heavy. So that's just an imbalance that I'm just looking to correct. And as long as I keep it in mind, I do pretty well at not doing it. But it's when I forget it and just I'm not doing those each of those cues. It just needs to be the balance, the strength difference in between the two legs has to be corrected, and then I don't think it'll be as much of an issue. But until then, it's kind of a conscious effort to battle it. So yeah, go ahead and enjoy the video. Maybe I'll pop on and chat a little bit more in a bit. Yeah, it's interesting, and with these ones, I don't know if it's just I'm just getting used to the belt again and the sleeves or what, but for some reason it was like a day or two before this I was working with 455 and was hitting that for triples, and it felt better than today, and that's just sometimes how it is, and I kind of talk about that a lot. That some days you just walk in and you feel like strong as a bull, and then other days you walk in and you just feel like you're just grinding just to get through each rep, each set. All the weight just feels fucking heavy. And yeah, so this wasn't one of those days necessarily where everything felt immensely heavy. It was just interesting that the couple of days before the 455 felt so good. I guess maybe it shouldn't be very interesting. Maybe I just wasn't fully recovered. The CNS just wasn't quite there. But the 455 without belt and sleeves felt substantially easier than this 465 sleeved and belted. So it is what it is. But I think it's just getting used to the belt and stuff. And sometimes with the squat, I've noticed the belt can be a little bit restrictive, whereas with deadlift, it seems like that belt really gives me a lot. If I throw that belt on, it feels a lot better. But sometimes on squat, and that's probably just, the belly getting in the way maybe a bit too. Although generally adding weight will benefit your squat and hurt your deadlift more so. But, it just is what it is between these two sets. I definitely noticed that belted and sleeved felt worse, which was a shock to me, and just repping out the 455 seemed a little bit easier. But on the 465, a couple of those felt pretty slow to me at the time. Looking back on the video, maybe not as bad as they felt in the moment, but yeah, I just would have liked to see them move quicker at this stage of the prep. But again, is what it is. Yeah, and as I watch this back, I kind of remember this 245 felt unnecessarily heavy as well. I think it's just a bit of CNS fatigue, and this has been a long prep. So yeah, we'll turn it around on the next one. Take care.